that. Okay. Crazy. So that is a Chinese robot right there. Chinese tech.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me pull up another one real quick. Robot tech. So what you're seeing here is a Chinese-made robot doing some crazy actions. Crazy. So now let's deep further into the mega advancements China is making. Okay, it says here, right? This is back in 2023. China boldly claims it has a plan to mass produce humanoid robots that can reshape the world within 2 years. I've just shown you two clips there of an example Chinese-made humanoid robot with some crazy moves there. Okay, so China is making some advancements here in robot tech, right? And it says here, China disclosed its bold plans to mass produce advanced level humanoid robots by 2025. This is insane. And then we'll go on there, okay? In an ambitious blueprint document published last week, China's Ministry of Industry and Information Technology said the robots would reshape the world, okay? The MITT said that by 2025, the products will have reached an advanced level and be mass produced. Ooh. They are expected to become disruptive products after computers, smartphones, and new energy vehicles. This is insane. It says here, right? Let's go over here. If we see here, Chinese startup Fury Intelligence, for example, so they start mass producing its GR1 humanoid robots by the end of this year. The company, which has a base in Shanghai, told the publication it aspired to deliver thousands of robots in 2024 that could move at 5 kilometers an hour and carry 50 kilograms. China, Theo, is making some incredible advancements here in EV, in tech, in other bits as well. Theo, how do you feel about humanoid robots coming in the next 2 years, right, by the end of this year? And how would that change society? Would that benefit us? Would that not benefit us? And how is China doing this, Theo? What's your thoughts?
Well, they have an education system where boys know that they're boys and girls know that they're girls, and they go to school and they learn. And instead of pursuing a woke agenda, they pursue calculus, differential equations, statistics, engineering, robotics, IT, cloud, programming. So that's why they get that. Whereas our educational system in the West promotes something where boys and girls are confused about everything by the time they're 18 years old. Shoot, by the time they're 12. They don't know what's going on, right? They can't deal with reality and they can't be employed. So China is winning. Good for them. I'd say very hats off to China. I have no problem. As long as they follow Asimov's robots rules, I have no problems with that.
Theo, do you think the Chinese, do you feel like they respect and like black people, Theo, in your opinion? Because, it's one thing to be doing this kind of production, right? But I think in the West, even I can admit that the average black man, if he keeps away from BS, gang culture, and bad friends, he can make something of himself in America, in the UK. Even though we talk about how these countries are losing its spark, how it's become ruined by feminism, all that stuff. But can we argue that black men would have better lives in the UK and in America than in China, despite China making all these advancements, trying to change the world? Do you really want to be living as a black man in China in its techie world? Do you think they're thinking about black men when they're pushing out AI and putting their AI DeepSeek model?
I would rather be a black man in China than in the West.
Interesting.
Straight out.
Uh,
There's more opportunity, better women. Yeah, better. I'd much rather do that. In fact, I'm actually somewhat tempted to do it, to be honest. So, I mean, I got the books right over there. I've, been thinking about learning Chinese. Can't let, Passport OG, shout out to him, can't let him do all the Chinese. I might have to do it myself. So, yeah, I'd rather do it. And somebody in the chat say, Cap, hey, have you been to China? I've been there a few times. I love it. I got no problems with it. If they're having problems with foreigners, it's going to be you and the white guy, all right, and the Nigerian and the Brazilian. They're all going to have problems with all of them. So I don't care. Chinese tend to be a peaceful people. They're not going to go riot against you or burn your place down or try to knife you at 2:00 in the morning. They're pretty much okay. So I'd have no problems with them that way.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would rather. Yeah, I would rather. They're not going to be purple hair. They're not going to have a woke agenda. That's cool. I'll deal with that. Yeah. And a lot of ways, again, somebody talking about the CCP. Look, a lot of ways, liberalism in the West is stronger and more restrictive than CCP is. All right? So, I mean, you got the laws right now in the UK where basically I'd basically be in prison for this podcast. All right? You can do this podcast in China. They wouldn't care. They'd be like, okay. So, yeah, I mean, if you go out and, make a family with a Chinese woman, you make 3 or 4 kids, the government's going to love you. Yeah, they're not a problem. You make 3 or 4 kids with a Chinese woman in the West, they're going to think that you used her like a breeding mare.
Damn.
Yeah, go to China, make your kids there.
Shout out to Theo.